I just really love when video ideas fall right into my lap. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Zaria Smith and I typically make commentary videos just like this one. Today's candle is French Country Vanilla, which used to be my favorite candle of all time. And yeah, let's get into today's video. Also, I want to mention my dog is currently asleep, like at my feet. So if my volume changes at any point, it's because I don't want to wake her, because she is pleasantly sleeping, because it literally is 12 a.m. right now. I just had to sit down and film a video, you know, so that's the vibe that we're working with today. But either way, I'm sure we have all seen the drama with Levine, Ned Fulmer. When I was doing research for this video, I found out that Nia Long got cheated on too recently, and it just keeps on adding up and adding up and adding up. And I personally have kind of detached myself from online relationships or celebrity relationships because I don't see the value in them. You don't know those people, and I'm a good parasocial relationship type of gal, but also I don't care that much these days. I really just move on and live about my day. So to be honest, I genuinely used to be one of those people. Like, I would be following hashtag relationship goals. I would scroll through Tumblr for hours looking at different couples. I was obsessed. I think in a way I kind of wanted to be seen, or I wanted to see myself in those relationships. Like, I felt like, oh, I'm looking at these couples, I'm gonna be in a couple like this one day, which hasn't happened yet, and I'm 21, so we'll see. But it sucked because my love life was the exact opposite of the couples that I was seeing online every single day. You know, I had kind of this crisis, and for me personally, I stopped like deeply relying on celebrity relationships when Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, which sounds stupid, but I was like, if Beyonce can get cheated on, like, anybody can get cheated on, therefore I'm not going to place value in these celebrity relationships, you know? It's interesting because, like, we barely know these people, yet we see 2 seconds of their relationship on any given day, and all of a sudden we know them. We know their relationship. We see the insides and outs of their, you know, relationship. In reality, we don't. We see the 10 seconds or 20 seconds, or we see that one picture on Instagram. We see that one video, that one TikTok edited together. Like, we don't see, my dog is awake now. We don't see the deep parts of their relationship, you know? So why do we place so much value in these relationships, you know? And the reason why I wanted to make this video is not because I care about what happened with Ned and Ariel, or about Adam Levine and his wife, or really any person that's ever been cheated on in the history of the world. My issue is that why is it that we place so much value in celebrity relationships? Like, the concept of saying that you don't believe in love because someone got cheated on is so insane to me, because it's, people cheat because they want to or because they need to. Who's to say? I'm not a cheater, so I don't know how cheaters think, but that has nothing to do with being a celebrity. You could be Beyonce and still get cheated on. You could be Chrissy Teigen and get, I don't know if John Legend cheated on her or not, but the point is you can be any person, because if a regular person can get cheated on, celebrities get cheated on, you could get cheated on. It's very common these days. It's more common than what you think. Now, the first section that I have this titled is actually the anatomy of the public relationship, though I don't know much about anatomy or really any of it. It just sounded cool when I was typing it yesterday. But I know that you probably clicked on this video because you wanted to hear some sort of tea or drama about Ned from the Try Guys. Because I can talk about Adam Levine, but in reality, we all know it's been circulating in the news for the past like 2 weeks at this point. Like, everyone's been obsessed with finding out more about this situation between Ned and his wife and the coworker that he cheated on, or really not even coworker, employee that he cheated on his wife with, which is a whole lot of ethical things that are just really bad with that. By the way, if you're a person and you want to like be with your boss, quit and then try being with your boss. I just find it intriguing because we have this kind of tier system, or this kind of ranking of celebrity relationships, right? So obviously, like, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively are like the golden couple. Like, who wouldn't want to be in a relationship like them? you know, or Zendaya and Tom Holland. They look so happy. They look so loving or whatever. Some people have been saying Hunter Schafer and Dominic Fike are very cute, you know, like people have these feelings about couples are like, this is true love. This is what love is, you know, but then we see other celebrity couples such as Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson, who aren't dating right now, but good example. He's cheated on that woman more than there are days in a year. You know, he has cheated on her so much. They have 2 kids together, and he still, time and time again, will cheat on her and make it a whole embarrassing thing, and we make fun of her for that. We see, for instance, Cardi B got cheated on by Offset, and we were like, you're stupid for staying with him, when in reality she has a child with him, and maybe she does love him, because true love is sacrificing, you know, yourself sometimes, and not like your whole personality, but you kind of have to make an effort to love someone every single day. Love can come effortlessly, but also it can be very hard to continue loving someone, and that takes so much strength, you know. So honestly, shout out to Cardi B and Beyonce and all those women who get cheated on like clockwork, like Catherine McBroom, for example, and they stay with their man. Could not be me. I just could not do it, you know, but that's whatever person. The point is that we see love through these celebrity relationships, and I think it's really weird. But in general, I just want to say that if you think that you, personally you, don't have the capability of forming relationships with somebody that you actually know because Ned cheated on Ariel, you don't know them. They could have had a horrible marriage for the past however many years. They could be screaming and fighting every single day, and you would have never known because they post whatever they posted is online. And also, if we're just going to talk about the hypotheticals, if you're saying that you don't want to date somebody because Beyonce got cheated on, for example, then that logic kind of gets thrown out of the window when you consider like, I would never drive a car because I don't want to get in a car accident. Or I would never fly in an airplane because I don't want to get in a plane crash. Or I don't know, like I don't want to go swimming because I don't want to drown. Or I don't want to go outside at all because people get kidnapped. You know, the list goes on and on and on. So if you see something happen to a person and you think, wow, I can't do that because that person got hurt. What kind of life would that be? You know? I've been cheated on before. Plenty of people have been cheated on in the past, and you just move on, you know? It's not as deep as you think it is. And I know a lot of these comments are just, you know, like not being fully serious and saying like, oh, true love is dead. But in reality, they have a boyfriend of 5 years and they're living a great life, you know? But I'm saying for that small percentage of people who go online and they feel like that love is dead because one woman got cheated on or 2 women got cheated on by men, maybe you're not ready for a relationship in general, you know? So now I want to get into the whole sensationalism of this situation with Ned Fulmer. I'm going to talk about Adam Levine for like 2 seconds, but mostly Ned because he is the forefront of why this video idea was like perfect. I've been sitting on this one for like 3 months, and I've just been waiting for a situation to happen where I could talk about it. So Adam Levine got called out for cheating on his wife with this girl. I believe, it's funny because I should know this, but it happened so long ago, and like, you know how we have a 24-hour news cycle, not just like for regular news, but for like social media news that I can't even tell you. But I'm pretty sure what happened was that Adam Levine cheated on his wife with the Instagram model, and then asked the Instagram model if he could name his child after her, the girl that he cheated on his wife with. Still, she called out Adam Levine, and then all of a sudden there were all these other Instagram girlies. Even Tana Mojo got into the mix of saying like, yeah, Adam Levine tried to pursue me, or he did pursue me, or, you know, all these different things. And, you know, it's kind of this situation to where it's like, yes, if you cheat on somebody, you should face repercussions of that. You know, you shouldn't just get off the hook. You know, you should be held accountable for your actions, you know. But also, it's just really interesting to me that he would do it in such a public way. And also the fact that all these girls were cheating on, or all these girls were talking to Adam Levine, but it's very easy to go on Google and see that the man's married. You know, like, most of the time, whenever a man cheats, I'm never like, it's the girl's fault. But also, if you can see that a man is married, and if you choose to be with him because you think he's in love with you or whatever, he isn't. This simple as that, you know. But now on to Ned, right? Ned has been having a circus. In fact, I was gonna try to film this video, after the whole hurricane junk, but I didn't because I felt like something else was gonna happen, and something else did happen, hence why I'm filming this at 12 o'clock in the morning. The Try Guys were a group based from BuzzFeed, but then they branched off into their own company. It's Ned, Eugene, Keith, and Zach. And they try things, they do fun stuff, and they've been building their company for the past, I think 5 years post BuzzFeed. Like, they're pretty big channel. And they have like a lot of merch. Keith has his own chicken sauce, I think. There's like a lot of stuff that company does, Now, Ned was one of the founders of this, group, and Ned decided to be in a consensual workplace relationship with one of his employees, who was also engaged, doesn't really matter at this point. And we're together for over a year before, the rest of the Try Guys were even aware of this happening, which is insane to me. And then also to get caught on Labor Day weekend because you decided to do PDA when you're literally married, kind of gross. Do I think that means I'm not going to trust men anymore? Also, no. Because I don't know him. He's allegedly called TMZ on himself. I doubt TMZ cares what Ned is doing these days, and the Try Guys have now been posting, they posted their statement. There's been people who were BuzzFeed employees or ex-BuzzFeed employees or who claim to be friends of the Try Guys talking about the situation, and it sucks. It's so much deeper than just cheating on your wife. It's cheating on your wife with your employee at the business that you literally own. That's the ethics, the HR. I'm just so concerned. Now, I actually have respect for people. I try not to bring others into stupid, messy drama stuff. So, I fall victim to the occasional spill sesh video, but to the point of me filming this video, I cannot scroll through YouTube without seeing at least one video on Ned or about the Try Guys or about Ariel or about the girl that he cheated on Ariel with, And I think that there's a line, this is a person whose life we're talking about, a person who has children who will eventually grow up to see all these videos and see all this stuff. And it's kind of like, I don't want to, gossip or do any of that stuff. I'm only simply saying whatever it is that I saw, but the concept of this video isn't even to talk about, oh, look at this drama. It's the fact that this drama just shows how horrible the internet is sometimes and how delusional we can be online about couples that we don't even know. This leads to the next part of the whole situation, which is the public calling out, shaming, all of that stuff that comes with it. I watch a couple Try Guys videos, maybe once every 2 months if something catches my eye or they're on the trending page, but I don't really pay attention to them that much. So I didn't really know much about the Try Guys. What I did know was that Ned loves his wife and he always talks about his wife. And I never once thought to myself, wow, that's what love is. My thought was, can this man talk about something else? Your identity should not be your significant other, obviously. But, all this to say is that for this past couple weeks, or this past 2 weeks, the internet has a common enemy right now, which is Ned. And this can be a good thing or a bad thing. I feel like mostly bad things, because imagine if Ned is, has a little bit of suicidal ideation and he unalives himself. All those comments that people are making then kind of gets put into question, who is going to jail over this, So the internet having this one person to talk about for forever makes people really vicious and vile, because if it's a person that you don't like for instance, when Shane Dawson was getting called out, it was so easy to just say the most mean and nasty stuff about that man because he's did a lot of horrible stuff and deserved to be called out for it, but there's also a line in that. So we see people compiling clips, you know, old videos of like someone saying like, if you got cheated on, would you like to know? Or, oh, you know, flirting with his coworker on camera and nobody noticing, or this clip didn't age very well. Well, I don't know why I had a southern accent for a second there, and just so many things. And this is kind of leads into the next part, which is that we always knew something was off about them. Now, this specifically reminds me of the case, I think it was about 2 months ago at this point, where Cody Ko and Noel Miller were called out, dragged across online because they decided to not say Andrew Tate is one of the worst people to be online. I say this as I'm wearing a TMG hoodie, but people claimed, oh, they always knew Cody was like that. And they decided to pull clips, screenshots, you know, screen recordings even of things that Cody has done in the past, and holding on to it as though that is something that is cool. Like if you see a person do something like, I don't know, say the N-word, don't wait for the person to then become famous or more famous, or wait till they're getting called out to like slap that on top. You should just post it anyways. Let people know. But this video isn't even about Cody or Noel, and they apologize for all that stuff and whatever. So it doesn't really matter. Well, it does, but not in the essence of this video. So people claim that they always knew something was off about Ned. Oh, well, I never trusted him in the first place, and you can see his true personality in this clip and all this stuff. The truth is, you don't know them. You don't know any of them. Literally, you know nothing about these people, yet you for some reason think that you know them so well that you can catch them quote unquote slipping, as though they don't film, edit, and post their own videos at least once a week. They know the image that they're putting out there. So you claiming that you knew something was off, maybe you did. Maybe you did. You know, you see a person blink one type of way, you hear something they say about something, and you're like, hey, that's a little bit weird. You put it in your memory bank. But for so many people to be like, well, I always knew something was wrong with Ned and all that stuff, is just kind of lame. Like, the real issue is that we're discussing the ethics of workplace relationships when it's a boss and their employee. That's the issue here. Not him cheating on his wife is obviously horrible, but like there's a lot more deeper things to happen, and you claiming that you knew all along that there was something off with him does nothing and serves nothing for the conversation at hand. And people talking about how like, oh, well, you can tell that she would cheat on her husband or on her fiance. Again, you can't tell. You don't know these people. And if you claim that you know somebody after seeing a couple YouTube videos of them and a couple Instagram pictures, what? I just don't get it, you know? And I guess I'm just going to go to my final thoughts because I've been talking for like 30 minutes and I'm getting a little tired. I also hurt my finger at work, but that's a whole other thing. In general, I think that it's weird that we place so much value in celebrity relationships because you just don't know them. And I do talk about parasocial relationships a little bit on this channel, and I think that there is some value in having something to look up to, something to watch, and that connection can be so important. But also, you should never base your entire livelihood off of a person or who they're dating, what they're wearing that day, and all of that stuff. You know, you see a paparazzi picture of Zendaya and Tom Holland and you're like, oh my gosh, goals. For all you know, right before that picture, they could have been in a screaming match and you would have never known. So it's kind of a double-edged sword because, again, if you're a person and you post about your relationships, that's fine. You can do that. There's no hate to that. You know, for me personally, I'm extremely single right now, and I wouldn't even tell my own parents that I'm dating somebody, you know, freshly, let alone the internet. So we all, you know, move through life differently. But in general, I think that there is a lot of culture around these couples' goals. You know, even I remember when Anthony Ramos cheated on his fiance and the whole internet broke down. You know, they're like, I can't believe it. They were in love. They were in Hamilton together. All of this stuff. And it's like, you do not know these people at all. Literally at all. So we shouldn't place it's nice to look at pictures and like, you know, comments and all of that stuff. But the second that you start imagining yourself in that relationship, or the second you start feeling as though if that relationship fails, then your relationship is going to fail, you know, I don't understand that, and I don't see the value in that. And I think you should live your life because it's your life, not theirs. And if they do something, that's them, not you. You know, I don't know. I've been talking for way too long. Guys, can you please remind me to not film videos at 12 o'clock in the morning? Because I feel like I'm about to fall asleep right now. But yeah, so that is my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up because it does help little channels like mine. And make sure to subscribe to me as well if you would like to. I do try to post every single week, but last week I didn't post. I'm trying to be consistent, guys, I promise. I'm like in my last semester of college, and I'm just really trying to like fight through it, but I get exhausted these days. But I mostly post once a week, and you can, you know, don't hate on me if I don't post for a week, but you know, it is what it is. And I guess that's literally it. So make sure to stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.